I was with my partner for probably going on 20 years all up. And yeah, she passed away, and that was a huge blow to my life. The reality of it is I really didn't want to face up to knowing she was going to pass away. It's hard to set yourself up. You know it's inevitable, it's going to happen, but it could happen to anyone, that's for sure.
The perceptions that a business may have, or that somebody that hasn't connected with someone that's homeless, could be all wrong. But actually when you start connecting with these individuals, you realize they're just people just like you and me, and really the connections are much stronger than the differences.
To be honest, I don't think you could really appreciate what it's like to be homeless if you haven't had the experience firsthand of sleeping on the streets. And I think on our way to work, a number of us will see firsthand sleeping bags, rugs, people sleeping rough. So that brings home into stark relief the problem of homelessness in our city.
I totaled the car off basically, so I couldn't get to Dandenong, where I was living in Camberwell at the time. Got myself in an impossible situation where I just couldn't get to work. And I had to give my job away. I found myself on Centrelink payments, which was a big blow for me. I thought my working life was over. I was 51 and I thought that's it for me. Just stuck in some dingy boarding house. I just thought that was the end of the road, and how long am I going to go through this hell? There wasn't a great deal of light there for me. It gets very depressing sometimes.
There seemed to be a gap between the view of a business and what was going on in the communities. And one of the sort of blindness that you have every day as you're walking in the city is you may not be exposed, or you may not actually see people that aren't in your view. So one of my favorite things about this program is it's given us an ability as an individual and as a team to sort of break down those myths and barriers. Each individual is contributing, but also each individual is getting a sense of purpose back.
I think what really drew us to the project was the manner in which it contributes in such a real and direct way to the problems of homelessness and long-term unemployment in Australia.
My motivation just to get up and get into the day was going to the Hamadaba Cafe. I met a man named Archie. He told me about the New Dawn project, basically telling me that a vacancy still existed and if I wanted to apply. Within a couple of weeks, I've gone to Epping and met one of the area supervisors. I had an interview with him and I passed with flying colours and got the job. Before Christmas last year, I couldn't plan to save up for anything. You know, I have stable accommodation now, which is a great thing, and you can start to plan a few things. You know, I'd like a car and get myself back on track. Yeah, it's definitely a life-changing situation. It's a big change and it's a good change.
The beauty about Project New Dawn is about providing someone a second chance, because throughout the program the participants will contribute their way through their program, and this is part of the journey of rebuilding their self-esteem, helping them regain a sense of purpose and helping them stand on their own 2 feet.
We think it's really important that our people are connected with and contribute to the community in which they live and work. That there's a fundamental right of every human being to have access to basic needs. It's incumbent on those who are fortunate enough not to have to fight for those basic needs to help those who do.
My name's Mark, I'm 51 and I'm a part of Project New Dawn. Who matters? Everyone matters.